She broke you, didn't she? Walked away like you didn't matter. Maybe she replaced you overnight. Or maybe she left you hanging with nothing but questions you'll never get answers to. And now, you're lying awake at night, replaying every conversation, every fight, every single thing you could have done differently. But here's the brutal truth. None of that matters anymore. Because this isn't where your story ends. Oh no, my friend. This is where your story begins. She wanted you weak. She wanted you doubting yourself. But what she didn't realize is that heartbreak doesn't destroy a man. It forges him. The best revenge isn't about her at all. It's about proving to yourself that you're better, stronger, and more disciplined than she ever imagined. It's about getting rich, buying the supercar, and leaving her in the dust, so far behind that the only thing she'll have left to look at is the exhaust fumes of your success. But let me stop you right here. This isn't about trying to make her jealous or win her back. No. This is about taking control of your life. Because when you master yourself, when you master your emotions and turn pain into power, nobody can take that away from you. Not her, not anyone. Here's the secret that the Stoics knew thousands of years ago. Pain isn't your enemy. Pain is your greatest teacher. That gut-wrenching feeling you're carrying, that's energy. That's raw power waiting to be unleashed. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Translation? That heartbreak standing in your way isn't a roadblock. It's a launch pad. Every sleepless night, every tear, every time you second-guess yourself, it's all fuel. You can either let it burn you down or let it ignite something unstoppable. And when you channel that fire into discipline, into wealth, into success, you won't need to say a single word to her. Your life will do the talking. This is Stoic Blessing, and we're here to rewrite the rules. We don't cry over the past. We conquer the future. We take the pain and use it to forge a life so extraordinary, so powerful, that nothing and no one can touch us. So let me ask you this. Are you ready to stop surviving and start thriving? Are you ready to flip the script, take control, and turn your heartbreak into the ultimate comeback story? If you are, comment below. My pain fuels my new supercar. And don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn notifications on. Let's take this journey together. This is only the beginning. Number 1. Embrace the pain. She left and now you feel broken. But let me tell you something. This pain you're feeling right now, it's a gift, yes, a gift. Because this pain is raw, unfiltered energy. A fire you didn't ask for, but one that, if harnessed, can forge you into something unstoppable. Most men run from it. They numb it with distractions, with rebounds, with meaningless noise. But not you. Not today. The Stoics understood this better than anyone. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and philosopher, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Do you understand what that means? It means you can't control what she did, but you can control how you respond. And that's where your power lies. Here's how you embrace the pain. You stop running from it. You face it head on. You sit with it, feel it. Let it tear you apart, but only so you can rebuild yourself stronger. Every time you feel that ache in your chest, don't see it as weakness. See it as the hammer striking the anvil, shaping you into a version of yourself that doesn't just survive heartbreak, he dominates because of it. Ask yourself this: what kind of man do you want to be when the pain subsides? Do you want to be the man who crumbled under pressure, or the man who rose from the ashes and built an empire with his bare hands? Because every moment of pain is an opportunity to choose. Pain doesn't break a man, it reveals him. This is how a Stoic operates. He uses the storm to sharpen his resolve. He lets the world throw its worst at him, and he turns it into his greatest advantage. That heartbreak you're feeling, that's the fuel. The betrayal, that's the spark. And the anger? Oh, that's the power waiting to be unleashed. The question is, how will you channel it? So here's what I want you to do. Instead of drowning in self-pity, use this pain as the foundation for a new beginning. Start working out, start learning, start earning. Build something she could never imagine. And when you look back, you'll realize this moment wasn't the end of your story. It was the beginning of your rise. If you're ready to take this pain and turn it into power, hit that like button and comment below, "I rise from the ashes." Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications because we're changing the game. Number 2, detach to dominate. She's gone, but here's the harsh truth. You're still holding on to her memory, to the way she made you feel, to the idea of what could have been. And that, my friend, is what's keeping you stuck. If you want to dominate, if you want to rise, you need to let go. Detachment isn't weakness, it's your greatest strength. It's the ultimate power move. The Stoics had a term for this, apatheia. It doesn't mean apathy in the way we think of it. It means freedom. Freedom from being controlled by emotions, by attachments, by things outside your control. Epictetus once said, "You are disturbed not by events, but by your opinion of them." Think about that. It's not her leaving that's holding you back. It's the meaning you've attached to it. Right now, you're giving her power. Every time you replay her words in your mind, every time you wonder if she's thinking about you, every time you stalk her social media, you're handing her control over your life. Stop. Detachment isn't about forgetting her. It's about reclaiming yourself. It's about taking back your time, your energy, your focus, and using it to build something that no one, not even her, can take away. Here's the secret. The less you care, the more powerful you become. When you stop reacting, you confuse the world. She expects you to crumble. She expects you to beg, to chase, to fall apart. But a Stoic man doesn't give people what they expect. He moves in silence. He detaches and directs his energy inward toward building himself. Detachment isn't passive. It's active. It's a decision you make every single day. It's deleting her number, unfollowing her, and refusing to check if she's moved on. It's saying, "I don't need closure because the only closure I need is the one I give myself." It's recognizing that your worth was never tied to her acceptance. Your worth comes from within. Here's the mindset shift. Detachment isn't about her losing you. It's about you finding yourself. It's about putting your goals, your purpose, your future above everything else. And when you do that, when you stop caring what she thinks or whether she regrets leaving, you'll find that she's not even part of the equation anymore. So let me ask you this. Are you ready to stop holding on and start moving forward? If you are, hit that like button and comment below. I let go to grow. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Stay tuned because we're getting turned up in here. Number 3, wealth is the best revenge. Let's get one thing straight. The best revenge isn't about making her jealous or proving a point. It's about building a life so extraordinary that she becomes irrelevant. And let's not sugarcoat it. Wealth is a critical part of that. Not because money defines you, but because it gives you freedom. Freedom to live life on your terms. Freedom to say, "I don't need anyone. I built this myself." The Stoics weren't against wealth. In fact, they understood that wealth, when used wisely, is a tool, a means to live a life aligned with your values. Seneca, one of the wealthiest Stoics, said, "Wealth is the slave of a wise man, the master of a fool." The key is to not let it own you. Use wealth to empower yourself, not to chase validation. Think about it. Every late night you grind, every risk you take, every time you choose discipline over distraction, you're building something bigger than her, bigger than anyone who's doubted you. You're creating a fortress of success that no one can touch. And when you roll up in that supercar, it's not about showing off, it's a statement that says, "I'm in control, I built this, and I did it without you." Here's how you start. Pick a skill, pick a hustle, and go all in. Forget about quick fixes. Forget about trying to impress anyone. Focus on consistency, because success is a game of patience. The hours you spend leveling up now are hours she'll never see, but they're the foundation of a life she'll wish she never walked away from. But let me be clear, wealth isn't just about money. It's about richness in every area of your life. Wealth in your mind through knowledge, wealth in your body through discipline, wealth in your soul through purpose. When you become rich in every sense, you'll realize that her leaving wasn't the loss, it was the catalyst. So here's the question: are you ready to turn your heartbreak into hustle? Are you ready to grind, grow, and take control of your future? If you are, hit that like button and comment below. I grind, I grow, I conquer. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because your success waits for no one. Number 4. Supercar Symbolism. Picture this. You're sitting behind the wheel of a supercar, the engine growling like a beast that refuses to be tamed. You press the pedal and the roar echoes through the streets. You're not just driving, you're making a statement. That car isn't about showing off. It's about what it represents: discipline, sacrifice, and the refusal to settle for mediocrity. But let me tell you this, it's not about the car. It's about what the car symbolizes. It's proof that you didn't let heartbreak define you. It's proof that every late night, every missed party, every grinded-out moment was worth it. That supercar is a reflection of your ability to focus on the long game. She thought you'd break, but instead, you broke records. Here's where Stoicism comes into play. The Stoics didn't chase material wealth, but they understood the importance of external achievements as a reflection of internal growth. The supercar isn't about her. It's about you. It's a reminder that you set a goal, you stayed the course, and now you've built a life that most people only dream of. And let's be honest, she'll see it. She'll hear about it. Maybe it's on Instagram, maybe it's through a mutual friend. But when she does, she won't just see the car. She'll see the man who used to cry over her and now doesn't give her a second thought. That's the power of building something tangible out of your pain. It turns heartbreak into history. But don't stop at the car. Let it be the beginning. Build the house, grow the portfolio, stack your wins until they tower over any memory of her. The supercar is just the first milestone on a journey of limitless potential. Because the truth is, success isn't a destination, it's a habit. So tell me this, are you ready to put in the work for something that screams, "I built this, and nothing can stop me"? If you are, smash that like button and comment below, "I drive my destiny." And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because this ride is yours to control. Number 5. The art of silence. She's expecting noise. She's expecting drama, maybe even chaos. But here's where you throw her completely off. You give her silence, not a word, not a reaction, nothing, because silence isn't weakness, it's power. It's the ultimate move of control. And control, my friend, is what separates the strong from the weak. Think about it. She wants to know she still has a hold on you. She wants to see you lash out, send messages, or post some cryptic status she knows is about her. But a Stoic man doesn't play those games. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You should not give circumstances the power to rouse anger, for they do not care at all. And neither should you." Silence is your weapon, your shield, and your proof that she no longer matters. Here's the psychology behind it. Silence disarms people. When she expects you to chase and you don't, it creates a void, a vacuum she can't understand. That void becomes her own battlefield. She starts questioning herself, wondering if you ever cared at all. But by then, you're too busy building your empire to care. And it's not just about her, it's about protecting your energy. Words waste time. Words give away your power. When you're silent, you're focused. Every moment you don't spend reacting is a moment you can spend creating. creating wealth, creating strength, creating the life you were meant to live. Silence is the loudest statement you can make. It tells the world, I don't need to explain myself. I don't need to prove anything. I know who I am, and I'll let my actions speak louder than any words ever could. Silence shifts the game in your favor because it forces her, and everyone else, to realize you've outgrown their noise. So here's your next move. Stop explaining. Stop reacting. Stop feeding her ego with attention. Stay silent, stay focused, and let your success make all the noise for you. If you're ready to embrace the art of silence and own your power, hit that like button and comment below. I speak with my actions. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because the loudest victories are born in silence. Number 6. The psychological switch. Here's the truth she never expected. The moment you stop caring is the moment you win. And not because you're playing games, but because you've flipped the psychological switch. You've turned the tables. She thought she broke you, but what she didn't realize is that you've been rebuilding, stronger, smarter, untouchable. Here's how it works. The more you focus on yourself, the less her actions affect you. The more you build, the less space she occupies in your mind. And when you stop chasing, stop reacting, stop caring, something fascinating happens. She starts to notice. She starts to wonder. She starts to regret. Because in her mind, you're supposed to be falling apart. But when she sees you thriving, she can't help but question everything. This isn't manipulation. It's reality. You're not doing this to get her attention. You're doing this because you're finally seeing your worth. And when you see your worth, the psychological power shifts. She becomes irrelevant, and you become the man she thought she could never lose. The Stoics were masters of this mindset. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By choosing to stop reacting, you're reclaiming control. You're no longer a puppet to her games or anyone else's. You're untouchable because you've learned the ultimate lesson. The only thing you need is within you. Here's what this looks like in practice. Instead of chasing closure, you create it. Instead of seeking her validation, you validate yourself. And instead of looking back, you keep moving forward. The psychological switch isn't about revenge. It's about realizing that the only person you need to impress is the one staring back at you in the mirror. Now, here's the twist. When she sees you thriving, when she sees that you're no longer in her orbit, she'll feel it. But by then, it won't matter, because you're too busy winning to care about the game. So tell me this. Are you ready to flip the psychological switch and become the man she never thought you could be? If you are, hit that like button and comment below, "I reclaim my power." Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because your transformation is unstoppable. Number 7. Leave her in the dust, literally and figuratively. There's no better feeling than outgrowing the version of yourself that once needed her. And when you've done the work, when you've built the mindset, the wealth, the discipline, you're not just moving on, you're leaving her in the dust, both literally and figuratively. She'll be stuck watching from the sidelines while you race ahead, unstoppable. Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway in that supercar, the same one she never believed you could afford. But it's not about the car. It's about what it represents. Freedom, power, the man you've become, the man who doesn't look back because his eyes are fixed on the road ahead. Here's the truth. People who hurt you always expect you to stay stuck. She expected you to spiral, to chase her, to waste years trying to win her back. But by leaving her behind, by building a life so extraordinary that she can't even recognize you anymore, you're showing her and the world that you've elevated beyond anything she could have imagined. The Stoics understood this principle well. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike your enemy." This isn't about proving her wrong. It's about proving yourself right. It's about building a life so fulfilling that she becomes nothing more than a footnote in your story. Here's the key. Leaving her in the dust doesn't mean you hate her. It means you've released her. You've let go of the pain, the anger, the need to prove anything. You've risen above all of it. You've outgrown her and everything she represented. That's the ultimate power move. And don't stop with her. Leave behind anyone who doubted you, anyone who tried to hold you back. Because this isn't just about her. It's about breaking free from everything that no longer serves you. By the time they realize your potential, you'll be so far ahead, they won't even be able to catch up. So let me ask you this. Are you ready to leave her and everyone else behind and step into the life you deserve? If you are, hit that like button and comment below. I rise, they watch. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because you've already left the past behind. Number 8. True power lies within. Let's strip it all down. The wealth, the success, the supercar. At the core of everything, true power lies within you. Because the truth is, none of those external things matter if you don't have control over yourself. The car can break down, the money can come and go, but the strength you've built inside, that stays with you forever. This is what the Stoics preached. Control over your mind, your emotions, and your actions. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Think about it. If you can master your inner world, there's nothing the outer world can throw at you that you can't handle. When she left, it wasn't the loss of her that hurt. It was the story you told yourself, that you weren't enough, that you'd failed. But here's the truth, you were always enough. Her leaving wasn't your downfall, it was your wake-up call. It forced you to look inward, to face the parts of yourself you'd been neglecting. And now, after all the pain, all the growth, you've realized that your power was never tied to her. It was within you the whole time. Here's what true power looks like. It's waking up every morning with purpose, with discipline, and with a sense of direction. It's knowing that no matter what happens, no one, not her, not anyone, can take away the work you've put into yourself. It's living your life with intention, not for validation, but for fulfillment. And when you have that power, something amazing happens. You stop caring about her opinion. You stop caring about anyone's opinion. You're no longer playing their game. You're playing your own. And that, my friend, is freedom. That's real success. Because when you master yourself, you've already won. So let me leave you with this. True power doesn't come from proving her wrong. It comes from proving yourself right. Are you ready to claim the strength that's been inside you all along? If you are, hit that like button and comment below. I am my own power. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because this isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of something unstoppable. You've made it this far, and that says everything about who you are becoming. You're no longer the man she left behind. You're the man who turned pain into power, heartbreak into hustle, and rejection into resilience. You've embraced the pain, mastered detachment, built wealth, and reclaimed your life. You've proven that no one, not her, not anyone, can define your worth. But let me remind you, this journey isn't about revenge. It's about evolution. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, not because of her absence, but because of your presence in your own life. Every decision you've made, every step you've taken has brought you closer to the man you were always meant to be. Here's the final Stoic lesson. Growth doesn't stop. You don't reach a point where you say, "I've done enough." Because the second you stop striving is the second you start slipping. Keep pushing, keep growing, keep building a life so extraordinary that even you look back and think, "I can't believe I did this." And remember, true power isn't loud. It doesn't need to prove itself. True power is calm, focused, and unstoppable. That's who you are now. The man who thrives not in spite of his pain, but because of it. So now it's your turn to take action. If you felt the fire ignite inside you, hit that like button and comment below, "I am unstoppable." Subscribe and turn on notifications, because this isn't the end of your journey, it's the beginning of your legacy. Keep building, keep rising, and let the world see what a man forged by heartbreak can truly achieve. This is Stoic Blessing, and we'll see you in the next one.